Okay, today is Friday, the 10th of January, and I want to welcome everybody here today. If you're here for the first time, this really is for you. The first minute or two, I'm just going to kind of cover some things with everybody that's here. What I was saying to myself when I didn't realize I was muted was that whenever I'm doing the presentation, I like to do educational, motivational videos before. Most of the time now, there's so much new information coming at us that I like to share the things that I get a aha moment with. And there's so many great things happening right now. We're really in a fantastic place at a fantastic time. So I like to share that information. And we just watched a few videos here that if you're in early, you got to get a piece of it. But what it all alludes to is what we're doing, right? So this world of cryptocurrency is absolutely exploding. We're at a special place at a special time. So let me just go to our slides. So I'm where we want to be. Where'd that go? Where'd that go? Oh no, where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. Fake. Nope. How about here? Okay, let's do this. I thought I had it loaded up. Let's load it up right here. And let's double check and make sure that that I'm sharing, which I've made the mistake in the past and didn't share. So let's go to here and make sure we're sharing. Ha! I wasn't sharing. Okay, now we're sharing. All right, so everybody's seeing what I'm seeing on my screen. And what we're going to be talking about today is a company called Bellator that is really exciting. I'm thrilled that for myself, I have had the opportunity to just contribute, to just try and uh, help in any way I can. And we have a scenario with Bellator that is extremely unique. We have a new marketing company that really just got started this past month. So we're really very much infants with Bellator. However, we are partnered with a company called Miracle. So as I usually do, I like to tell, stories. How did I get here? I'm a retired New York City firefighter. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life from the time I was 10, delivering newspapers and cleaning pans in a catering hall and have done a lot of things. Owned my own video production business, was partners in a restaurant and catering hall. I know kind of quite a bit about accounts receivable and accounts payable and lease payments and note payments and Fed and FICA insurance and payroll and all the trappings that go along with owning your own business. But I also know quite a bit about direct sales network marketing, where I've put over 30 years of my time into working primarily in the field, but also in corporate. I've been on numerous advisory councils, and being an advisory council with the company you're going to take a look at called Miracle, the idea of actually creating a new marketing arm for Miracle was brought to me by Micah Thierd, who is the CEO of Bellator. And I was thrilled that we've developed a real good relationship over the last 2.5 years. We've known each other for 17 years, but this is a working relationship, and he values ideas that I have. So what you're going to take a look at Bellator, I think, is going to absolutely, for a lot of us, create a scenario. I know I see numerous people in the room. I will tell you, Edward Gary is a dear friend of mine. He's in the room. He and I had great conversation yesterday. He's all excited. Got numerous people that are excited that are coming on board. And to just kind of set the stage for where we go from here. For myself, I'm an athlete. I'm a child of God, and for some people, if you make mention of the word God, it turns them off. For some people, it turns them on. So, either way, I just want to know where my heart. Want you to know where my heart is, because um, everything I do, I put to prayer, and I ask for proper guidance, and I'm in it for helping people. Most importantly, leading people to the kingdom of God, if that's possible. So I like to state that because that's who I am, and without that, I'm not me. So let's jump into it. Having been in direct sales network marketing for the amount of time I did, I had a short stint with a gentleman that some of you might recognize his name. His name is Zig Ziglar, and I worked with Zig. And Zig's philosophy is what I build my business on, and that is you could have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. So I'm a servant leader. I'm here to serve you and want to help everybody that I possibly can in that regard. So in the presentation we're going to go through, I just want to read this income disclosure statement and then talk about copyright infringement possibilities. The information here today we provide does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendations, or any endorsement of any investment strategy. Investment involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified professional before making any investment decision. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risks, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. The contents of this video, including but not limited to text, images, audio, and video clips, are protected under the copyright law and are the property of Bellator. Any unauthorized reproduction, redistribution, or modification of the content without prior written consent from Bellator is strictly prohibited. The video is intended for personal viewing only and may not be used for commercial purposes without express written consent. Bellator reserves all rights to take legal action against individuals or entities found to be in violation of this copyright disclaimer. So why do we do that? Why do we talk about that? Because you're going to take a look at something right now. We're going to do our best to share with you the vision of the future. And if you catch the vision, if you and not everybody does, by the way, it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, I've been a proponent of Bitcoin now since the year of 2017, when I got my aha moment and said, okay, I get it. And there's a story behind that, but it doesn't matter because I'm here. And when Ray Vidrio, who is VP of sales with Bellator, had spoken back in June, July of 2022, what he shared with me was something that just absolutely gave me the okay, tell me more. And what he said was, he says, Ed, do you have 5 minutes for me to just share with you with Micah and I have been doing? And I said, sure, Ray. And he went on to tell me that they partnered with a company called Miracle Cash and More, and that it is a company that is building technologies, stores, to help bring crypto to the streets, to help people get into the space. And right away, the light bulb went off. He said, Ed, we're building brick and mortar stores like Apple stores. And I knew there was a need in the marketplace to get people educated, even till this day. Although there's an estimated 560 million people that own cryptocurrency today, still, in my opinion, 99% of people don't have a clue. You know, some people, it's like buying a stock that you know nothing about, right? Some people might have bought some coins and they're part of that statistic, but in reality, very few people understand the dynamics of the blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. But they're seeing it everywhere. They're starting to hear about it. When you have major institutions that are buying into it, the SEC had approved last year 11 companies immediately for being able to create and offer to their clientele a spot ETF, a Bitcoin spot ETF. Once that happened and people started signing up, now institutions are getting involved. People are buying products that are part of indices that have Bitcoin within their portfolio. There are companies that are putting Bitcoin onto their balance sheet as a treasury asset. Matter of fact, the U.S. government right now is talking about, and on January 20th, we might hear more about this, that they are going to put Bitcoin as a treasury asset. Just as gold is a treasury asset and oil is a treasury asset, they're going to utilize Bitcoin as a treasury asset. And in this year, 2025, is when a large percentage of the population becomes aware of what's really happening. And so you could see from these different little cleverly designed, I might say, snippets of things that are being said in the media, things that are happening, in the media. Crypto. Look at the one in the Senate there. Pro crypto shift as SEC uh, begins as anti-crypto commissioner steps down. Gary Gensler has resigned. So yeah, the whole industry kind of prior to the ETFs being approved. We were very optimistic over time, but it really was going to take probably another 10 years to get to a point before the mass adoption would occur. Well, mass adoption is about to occur in the next few years here. I'd say by the year 2030, it's going to be totally different landscape. It's going to go from like email, what's that? To everybody having a computer and emailing each other. I mean, that's what's about to happen in the next 5 years in crypto. So, are you positioned for that? That's the question. Are you positioned to actually take advantage of this incredible revolution? It's a crypto revolution. It's a financial revolution that is upon us. And are you positioned? If you're not positioned yet, my suggestion would be pay close attention to everything that you see here. And if you do want to get positioned, we suggest that you take a strong look at Bellator and Miracle Cash and what we're doing. So we have a 12-month outlook this year to add 100,000 new members in that period of time. And that should create over $200 million worth of CPU sales. And we're going to be talking about CPUs, how much they are, and how you can benefit by it, where people can make thousands of money, and literally thousands of people worldwide will want to actually have our CPUs as what I like to call a passive residual digital asset, because that's what it is. So Bellator, we want to welcome you to. We're going to take a look at a little video that kind of gives you a look and feel of what Bellator is. And Bellator is the Spanish word for warrior. And we are warriors in the marketplace, bringing something and participating in this blockchain crypto revolution with some amazing breakthrough products. So let's just watch a little video to give you a taste of Bellator.
The path of a glorious warrior is growth. A true warrior thrives on evolution. Only by continually reinventing themselves, staying open and clear-minded, and combining time-tested methods with new innovations.
247. 248.
Can they achieve lasting success?
Bellator. So you might be hearing about Bellator for the first time, and I just want to share with you that Bellator is a marketing arm for Miracle. The brand name that will go around the world is Miracle, Miracle Cash and More, Miracle Holdings, Miracle Pay, Miracle Install. There's a whole bunch of divisions, a whole bunch of fintech components to Miracle, and the main one that we're going to be talking about here today is Miracle Pay. So let's jump right into it. And as you can see in this picture, it says Bellator, Miracle Cash, and Phoenix Hera. Well, these are two ways that money is being brought in. So before we jump into the details, let me just ask you this question. If there was a way you could buy a digital asset that would pay you for the rest of your life, and potentially you could make your money back in 6 to 24 months, if there was an investment of about $1,100, or I could say $600, or I could say $3,300, or I could say $7,700. There's options here for people that want to participate and recognize. And people come in at all different levels, but to buy one of our CPUs, that is a central processing unit, it's computer power that you own exclusively. You buy it one time and you get paid on it day after day after day, potentially for your entire life and the life of your heirs. So it's something that is saleable, transferable, and inheritable once you have it. And you could have as many as you want. And as you can see from here, Miracle Cash and More, in the upper left-hand side, that's a part of the ecosystem of Miracle. Miracle allows the ability for the average person to utilize cryptocurrency to make their purchases. And if you go into a store right now, I mean, you might be familiar with Bitcoin and you might see a Bitcoin ATM somewhere, and they're all over town. You can put it into your Google and say, where is the nearest Bitcoin ATM? And I guarantee you, you're going to find it. But the real component that where the rubber meets the road is when somebody could spend cryptocurrency on what things they spend on all the time, whether it's a cup of coffee, it's retail, clothing, whether it's anything, a car, a watch, whatever you're spending money on a regular basis. There will come a point in time, and it's here. The technology is here, and we're rolling it out starting in Europe, where people will be able to use crypto for their forms of payment. So you see here stores, and you see point of sale terminals, and you see an ATM, and you see the grand opening of a store we now have in Amsterdam. We will have stores, meaning Miracle. I speak on behalf of Miracle because I'm a part of Miracle, all over the world. Our outreach is starting out in Europe, and when you look at the countries there, that's just the beginning, because we are now in the process of rolling out, starting out in what's called Benelux, which is Belgium, Luxembourg, and Amsterdam, and expanding into all the European Union countries that include Germany and Turkey and France and Spain and the United Kingdom, Luxembourg, as we mentioned, Cyprus, Italy. And we anticipate that our brand name will be around the world and people will recognize us as they go into stores and they see Miracle Pay on the front of the storefront saying, we accept crypto here. And we're getting all types of positive press in regards to our liquidation pool and a product we have called Leveler, which is a liquidity trading platform. Very exciting stuff. And we're also in the process of completing our merger and going on the NASDAQ with a company called Mediterra. Miracle has acquired Mediterra. We're finalizing the acquisition, and very, very soon, in short order, we will be listed on the NASDAQ. So you got a publicly traded company in the works. You have a technology that is here. It's ready to go. We've just been waiting for the proper regulations by the countries of the world, and that's getting ready to happen in a major way in 2025. So there's great timing for all of us. And what you're looking at here is the center is Phoenix. That's the name of our own utility token. It's actually a super token because it's used in our entire ecosystem. All of these different components, from Miracle Cash and More, the cryptocurrency exchange, the stores, Leveler trading platform, Miracle Estates. We have our own land development company. We're going to be talking about that with the world's first cryptocurrency hotel and casino that we are building. We have Miracle Sport TV, which is primarily soccer, because in that part of the world, that's called football there, and people love it. There's also Phoenix Hero we're going to take a look at, Bellator, which we are speaking to you from and for the marketing arm for the Phoenix token, Miracle Pay, the entire ecosystem of different parts, everything that gets touched that requires a transaction fee, those transaction fees get paid with the Phoenix token. And so we make money on every single transaction in every single store, in every single restaurant, in every single casino, everywhere in the world that Miracle Cash goes. those of us who own Phoenix Token, those of us who own what we call Miracle Pay CPU nodes, get paid every single day a percentage of all the transactions all over the world. Now, if that sounds appealing to you, it does to me, then let's get into it. Miracle Estates is phenomenal. When I first heard about this, I was like, wow, what an incredible concept, a blockchain driven real estate development company that gives people special privileges, benefits, and incentives to be a part of, and building an actual physical casino resort. So let's take a look at Miracle Estates.
Northern Cyprus stands out as a premier destination in beachfront property. It's consistently endorsed by Forbes magazine from 2021 to 2024. Located 50 minutes from the airport and less than an hour from two major city centers, Phoenix Hera, the hotel, residence, and casino complex, is being launched as part of the Phoenix Token strategy. Good news for Phoenix Token holders, because Hera is the Mediterranean Las Vegas with so much more to offer. This project, expected to generate $100 million in revenue, will be completed in 3 years. Investors will enjoy 15 days of free access to all the complex's services annually, and will be able to instantly track all revenue streams through the Miracle app. Do not miss this opportunity. Invest in the new Las Vegas of the Mediterranean today.
So if you like me, that you might be wondering, how does that work? Can I own a piece of that? And yes, you can. We can show you how. So the Phoenix Hera project is a hotel residence, 5-star resort, hotel casino. And every time anything is spent, somebody purchases a condominium unit, somebody goes out to dinner, somebody plays craps, somebody, is on the roulette wheel. They're utilizing Phoenix Token to do that. And every time the purchases are made, there's transaction fees, and cha-ching, those of us who are engaged by owning these nodes get paid from them. So let's kind of go into that. And before we do, let's just take one little look at Miracle Pay. There's like a 30-second commercial on what Miracle Pay is and what it can be for you.
Step into the future with Miracle's ecosystem. Own a node and connect directly to the heart of Miracle Pay and Phoenix Hera, a groundbreaking NFT-based hotel and casino. As a node owner, you secure and power every transaction, earning a share of revenues from both Phoenix Hera and Miracle Pay's global expansion. This isn't just a passive asset, it's your stake in a seamless, secure financial future. Join us to create tomorrow today.
So you can earn on a global footprint. I don't know about you, but I've always thought about, and I kind of just had this vision as a young man of being able to just earn a little bit from what a lot of people were doing, right? And it came to me when I was actually driving over the Verrazano Bridge, which attaches Brooklyn to Staten Island. I was born in Brooklyn, grew up in Staten Island, and the fees for the toll just keep going up and up. I think it's over $20 or $27. It's nuts just to go over a bridge, right? And back in the day, it was only a few dollars, but I kept thinking, imagine if I could just get $1 from every car that goes through these toll booths. And a lot of cars go over that bridge every day. I don't know the exact number, but I'd venture to say it's not only in thousands, it's probably tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands on a daily basis of cars go over this. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, if it wouldn't cost anybody anything to give up $1. What if I could make $1? Well, that's earning in what I call the mechanics of wealth. J. Paul Getty said it best. He said, I'd rather make 1% on the efforts of 100 people as opposed to 100% of my own effort. Tony Robbins calls it OPE and OPM, other people's effort, other people's money. And so when you realize that What you're tying into here by buying just one node is every single outlet that utilizes the miracle technology all over the world. As it expands, the bigger it gets, the better it gets. Cha-ching, 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 we make money. So initially, what we're talking about here are these two different areas that fund this compensation structure we're going to talk about, and that is 30% of the transactional fees from the hotel, casino, restaurants, online gambling. Every one of the merchant terminals, we have partnered with four of the largest merchant terminal producers in the world. They have combined over 100 million active customers that utilize their point of sale terminals. Every time we go, when you talk about what the industry people call POS. Hakan Torrehan was talking about POS, 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 and in the beginning, it wasn't part of my acumen. It wasn't part of my dialogue. I'd never talked about POS before. But point of sale terminal, yes, I understand point of sale terminal because everywhere I buy anything, I'm swiping or chipping or inserting and paying with my credit card, debit card, whatever it might be, and we all do that every day. Well, the large majority of those terminals already have the ability to accept cryptocurrency, but what was missing was the technology. We own the technology. Our company, Miracle, produced the technology. Hakan Torrehan and his team for the last 7 years, which, by the way, started in 2017. So it's in its 8th year right now. Although we're a brand new marketing company, Bellator, we're marketing an established company. It's established product line, and it's in the very beginning stages of getting started. So for me, that means that if you have an ounce of entrepreneurial blood in you, this is for you because the potential is as big as we can imagine. So every time these 30% of the transactional profits go into the owners of these nodes, it gets split. 80% goes to the node owner. If you buy a CPU node, you get 80% of the transactional volume, or you share in 80% with all the other node holders, and 20% goes into the compensation plan. And we're going to take a quick peek at that. So to get started, we have a small piece of it. We called it the cut in the beginning, which is half of an actual CPU node. A CPU node is $1,100. And if you buy 3 of them, what we call a 3-pack, it's a total of $3,300. And if you buy a 7-pack, it's a total of $7,700. So not only do you get either 3 times or 7 times the amount that you earn, but you also get a business center, which each one that you purchase, which is again saleable, transferable, inheritable. And when you see how our compensation structure works, you will see that you might want to own more than just one McDonald's. You might want to own 3 of them, or 7 of them, or 20 of them, or 100 of them. And those of us who are really very much with this company for a while now have reinvested a lot of our profits to buy more assets. And so when you first get started, come in where you fit in, and then we move from there. The member benefits include the crypto convenience. And oh, by the way, we have our own crypto debit card, our own crypto credit card. A lot of people get real excited about this because you could get a credit card, and every time you swipe it, we get paid on people just utilizing what they're spending money on every day, because there's transaction fees every time a card is used. So we're going to take a look at the 3 ways to earn, which include the CPU nodes, the credit debit card, and the referrals. And so there's actually 2 compensation structures here. The first structure is what we call a 15-level unilevel. That means as you refer people who refer people who refer people, and by the way, to become a partner here, it's free. I don't know if everybody's aware of that, but it doesn't cost anything to represent this, get a website, start talking about it. If you want to buy any of the products, by all means, buy those products. If you want to sell these credit cards when they become available, you can make money with them. And every time they're used, we make money. And we make money on an assortment of things: the crypto cards, the node overrides that we talked about, the Web3 products. That level of product is a Web3 product. A Miracle Pay Online, that's where somebody has a website, they want to accept crypto. and we can facilitate that. Miracle Pay merchants, merchant terminals, Miracle Pay installments, which is an incredible financial product. Just amazing here. When you think about, one person having a node and they make money with their node, well, so do you if they're part of your network. So it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun, and we're going to extrapolate some examples here in the near future of how this could really pay fantastically. And then we have a two-team structure, and I'm not going to go into how this all works. If you're familiar with a two-team structure, you'll recognize it. If you're not, it takes some time for people to recognize it, but I'll just highlight it here. On the left, it shows you that there's different rank advancements. And so if you're a builder, if you want to help us bring this to market, we're on a membership drive. We're out there sharing this with people. People are coming on board, they're becoming partners with us. And as you do that, you can advance in rank from a difference maker to a winner, to a leader, to a champion, to a legend. And in each incremental step up, you're allowed to make more money daily. You can make a maximum of $100, $200, $1,000, $5,000, $25,000 a day at the position called legend. For those who have been successful marketers in the past and have built sizable teams in the thousands, potentially tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, the top position called legend is very achievable, very fast. So I'll just say that. And then we earn actually on what's called a lesser leg, anywhere from 10 to 20%, depending on personal activity. You can see on the right there, the more you do, the better it gets. And here's what you want to know. There are no monthly fees. There is no auto ship. There is no requirement to, on a monthly basis, reach a certain amount of volume. Once you hit a rank, you're that rank indefinitely forever. It's pretty cool. Once you hit a percentage rank, meaning from 10 to 20%, once you're at that percentage, it doesn't matter. You're earning that percentage from that point on. Pretty exciting stuff. And in addition to that, we have something called a matching bonus, meaning when you personally enroll somebody, depending on what your rank is, you can make anywhere from 5 to 25% matching bonus on what they make on their lesser leg in the two-team structure. So we kind of flew through that. I would encourage everybody who's seeing this, understanding this. Remember, it's free to be a partner. If you like what you see, and I think that most everybody did, get back with the person who invited you to see this, get your questions answered, and come play with us. We're having a blast. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot to be learned and a lot to be made here. But you can never take the second step without taking the first step. The first step is lock your spot in place. So with that being said, we'll leave you off with this. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm not sure. I think we are doing something tomorrow. Take a look at for those who are part of the social media groups, take a look at that. Tonight, we are not having a presentation, but we will continue on with Monday through Thursday, twice a day, Friday, once a day. I think Saturday we have something, and possibly Sunday we might have something. I'm not sure. But with that being said, I look forward to seeing everybody again real soon. And always, always, always remember, the best is yet to come. To God be the glory. See you all again real soon.